All right. Good evening, afternoon, and night. Well, it is. It is, isn't it? It is. We are now. I don't. I, I guess. Like I guess my centrally located location is of interest to everyone. So we are now doing all sorts of interesting things at all sorts of interesting times of the day. And today, we, no, not that kind of interesting. Um, no, today we're doing more composition because we can, and why not, right? Like because we can, and we can, so we will, and it's more fun that way. So, this was the original piece. I had originally wanted to. Oh, yes, my chair is squeaking. Thank you for letting me know. Okay, first of all, I don't know why you guys think it is shameful to buy furniture at IKEA. IKEA makes great furniture, all right? Like in terms of design and price, I would much rather get IKEA furniture than basically anywhere else. Like of course I'm not going to go to the Italian boutique places. That's just tacky. Imagine you building a palace for yourself. Okay, no, bad example. Imagine you're building, a penthouse. And like you have two sets of furniture to choose from. One will cost you $50,000 and look about 90% or look 10% better than something that costs you $5,000. And it just doesn't make sense to me that, like, remember we talked about effort, right? Like 20% effort, 80% of the rewards. Yeah, do that. Cuz okay, I mean it's not a real example obviously because you can't just stack 20% efforts to get 400% reward, right? But it's it's similar though, right? Like if I can spend a tenth of it of the price to get 90% of the perceived value, I would much rather do that. And in my case, I can actually just I could literally throw out everything at home every year for 10 years before it would. No, I'm not going to go homeless. Thank you very much. Anyway, on to today's topic, which is compositions. I originally wanted to take this particular melody and shift it up and down a little bit. Can you imagine if we just did that? Oh my god! But I don't. Oh, I need my headphones for this. That's right. But I don't think that's what we'll actually end up doing because today I think we should try something new. We should try something new. But I don't have a good idea what I want to try. The benefit. Oh, and yes, that's a good question. The question was, will I be using different keys? The answer is no. Um, Not because I'm terrible with the keys, or because I don't know how to put keys in the program. I promise it's not because of that. I'm sure I could figure it out if I really wanted to, but no. The idea really is, at least in music, what I'm interested in is not so much which key sounds better than which other key, but rather the differences between the keys, right? Like the way that music, because what happens is music doesn't exist in a single note, so therefore a key is only as good as the music that is done within it. That's not to say that the same piece of music, the same what am I saying? The same arrangement of notes sounds exactly the same regardless what key you use it in. Some people will have different preferences to different um to different frequencies of sound, and that's perfectly all right. But those are again personal preferences that I don't share. So to me, um, regardless of what key it is, as long as the note arrangement and the gaps between the notes are the same, I can appreciate that music nonetheless, right? So just to give an example, like of course this is our old standard. Why am I not here? Oh, yes. There we go. Can you guys hear it? Oh, it's too little, isn't it? Yeah, okay. So like that, right? Like that is the but if we move it, where it was at a G before, if we move it just one, oh, oops. And the way this works for those of you who are musically impaired is that the notes are different, right? If you look at a piano, it's not alternating black and white keys all the time. You have no black key between the B and the C note, and no black key between E and F. And that's there for a very good reason, because with those black keys gone, we have a major scale. So if we, I don't know why I'm talking about scales suddenly, but let's do it. If we do this, and in music theory, that makes it major scale because it sounds happy. It sounds, I mean, it sounds bright. It sounds nicely. There is no dissonance in that, and that's just how our brains at least perceive this, right? So if you notice, even though between E and F they look the same, there's no such thing as an E sharp. There's no such thing as a B sharp, because in those cases it would be F and C. And note that they are in exactly the same place in this 8-note, whatever you want to call it. And it's therefore for a very good reason. It's because when we do this, a C, D, notice that between E and F there is the gap in frequency is not as big as between D and E. In fact, the gap between let's do, I don't know why I'm teaching this. Oh yeah, because you guys are so let's do E and D and D sharp, right? So if we do D oh, I thought I could remove notes like this. Why am I? Okay. If you listen to those two, that's the same difference as between, right? Does that kind of make sense? Like the amount of frequency change between those two sounds is the same, but the amount of frequency sound between whole notes is double that. So that's really all that is. And so what, excuse me, hello, what is going on? Why is my cursor suddenly doing something weird? As in, oh, I wasn't never able to. Okay, doesn't matter. Did I? Yes, I did just spend 10 minutes of this composition stream not composing. You're right. So let's change that. Opus 2. And today I want to do something that's slightly minor. And a minor scale, Let me just pull up a minor scale and put it on the side. Picture of a minor scale. There we go. I'm just gonna borrow this picture. Just give me 1 second. Just gonna go to Paint, because Paint is an amazing program. I mean, I could put it in Affinity, but I don't need to. So let me just. Actually, I'm gonna save this. Why not? Desktop. No, not that kind of minor. See, I knew someone was gonna. I knew somebody was gonna do. Okay. Desktop. There we go. So, for those of you who are music impaired, natural harmonic and melodic. And so you see how beforehand we talked about. Oh, I deleted it, didn't I? Let me just put it back real quick. C, oops. D, E, F. We'll just do these few. So notice how before when I talked about it, the half notes were here. But in a minor scale, in a natural minor, we have half notes here. So this becomes a flat. So right, that's where the half note is, and the other half note is between the first and the second. So oh, come on. Low. There we go. And then that half is between the. What am I? Oh yeah, no, that's right. We're good. We're good. It's going to be. Excuse me. It's going to be A flat. Right. That's now what that natural minor scale sounds like. Harmonic is slightly different. Oh, did I just make a complete fool of myself? No, that's fine. We're okay. We're okay. Ignore what I just said about the natural and the harmonic because we're starting on a different note. And there are good reasons for why they start on A as opposed to C, because when you start on an A, you get, oh, hello, thank you very much. When you start on an A, you get a very nice, you get a very easy way of creating what am I saying? You get a very easy way of creating a minor scale because for all you have to do for the harmonic is to raise the seventh note in this case, which is this. So it becomes right, and that's the harmonic. Let's do the melodic, which in this case is this. And it's melodic because now you'll notice that these two are half note apart. These two are half note apart. Did I just make a fool of myself? No, I think. No, F sharp and G sharp. No. These two are a whole note apart, and those two are half note apart. So the latter half looks like a major scale. Well, I thought you guys wanted to laugh at me for a reason anyway. So my lack of musical knowledge should benefit everyone here, right? By by making a fool of myself in the also, yes, before we continue, melodic scales are different when you come back down because for whatever reason that makes it sound pretentious. So that's why as you come down, right? So as you come go up, you can see that essentially as you go in different directions, it sounds different, and that brings out the best way I can explain it is that in the cognitive science, that or cognitively, let's not bring science into this. Um, Cognitively, that makes it very much a that generates dissonance because we are as humans so used to the major scale. So why is that's a good question. Why is that not the case in the harmonic? Because a harmonic is, let me just draw it out in this case. Oh, it just removes it. Great. So let me just move this and put it here. Just paste. Wait, what? Yes. Okay, we're good. Also, before I continue, uh, I was right about the natural minor scale. I shouldn't have doubted myself just because one of you claimed it was wrong. Uh, no, I was right. No, I was right. I was right. Well, okay. So what did we do, right? Let's look at it objectively, I guess, if you really want. Let me just fix this. What we did was I started on a C, and I did this, right? But then I changed. Huh. Yeah, no, yeah. So then what I did was I changed. Excuse me. I changed this to an E flat, and I changed A flat. That's right. So, right, that's basically if we do it actually, if we go down to A, we can see that now it's exactly that, right? Without, I was just about to say without the sharp sign. You don't have to jump down my throat immediately. How do you even type that fast? How much attention are you paying to making fun of me? Anyway. Anyway, the point is, excuse me. Uh-oh. Anyway, okay. At the risk of making myself sound like more of an idiot, let's just continue. And we're going to make something that is slightly more I want to say lyrically. Yeah, I want to say more lyrical, but I don't know if we'll actually get there. Given that we've just spent 20 of the 30 allotted minutes on me making a fool of myself in front of everyone. Oh, my deal. Yeah, the deal went fine actually. It was just a pitch, and then it wasn't even my own pitch. Have you guys never? You guys have never seen that before? Like essentially, what it is there's a founder. A founder wants to pitch but doesn't want to do the pitch himself. In that case, I can. Well, I mean, it's frowned upon just a little bit, but there are legit reasons why sometimes you can't. One is conflict of interest, and so you can it's informal, and so you can get an informally you can get a surrogate to do the pitch and essentially answer questions from investors um, to it's almost like a pseudoscientific approach in essence saying that the founder who the founder is should not have an effect on whether a pitch gets the proper recognition that it should. And so yeah, and so that's essentially what I did. I was doing a friend a favor. No, no, I do get paid. Or rather, no. Let me rephrase that. I get a small percentage of any investment that comes out of it, but like tiny, right? Like I'm not gonna disclose the number, but it's certainly not in the percentage range. Like it's obviously below 1%. Because I mean, I just talked for 15-20 minutes and then answer questions for another 40 minutes. Like it's yeah, no, I know it was a long meeting. It ended up being because while I was talking, people were already asking questions. So what was supposed to be a 5-minute pitch turned into a 20-minute pitch. I mean, yeah, it's happened before. I know when I started my second company, by then I had like I knew one of the guys on the committee, not committee, but you know what I mean. The panel, and for whatever reason, the boy wanted to jump down my throat as I was talking, and so that made it really, really, really interesting. But yeah, that is yeah, that was fine. And thank you so much for taking for taking up more time. Okay, that's no more, no more, no more, no more distractions. Let's get a proper melody down, and then next time we can garnish it. And I'm thinking this time we do a 4-bar melody of some sort. Um, but I don't want to. How should I say? I don't want it to be. Um, I don't know what I'm saying. Never mind. We'll just start. And because starting at an A on A is nice because A gives us a natural like if we just go without sharps or flats, A gives us a nice minor scale to start with. Right. So what I have done is essentially say this might be the sound. This might be the sound or the starting or the ending notes of each of these bars. Well, I mean, you got to start somewhere, right? I can't. I mean, I could start humming a melody and just noting it down, but today I want to try something else, which is essentially grow via. It's an interesting way of doing it, because it's kind of like writing. There in writing, there's a method called the snowflake method, where essentially you start with a central concept, and for every one of those you write down three things, right? And then you discard the original line, and for each of those three things you write another three things. So that's an exponential increase every time, so you get 9, 27, 81, and so on. And 243, come on, it's not that hard. So they challenged me to do 81 times 3 anyway. uh, and so the idea is, once uh if you do that even a few times, you get a very complex series of notes that you can then write from. I don't write like that personally, because for me writing just comes sort of naturally, because as long as I have like 2 points, I can generate like 2,000 words from like no problem. Well, that's for my fiction, of course, right? Like for non-fiction writing, that's like you literally like actually sorry. I'm going on a tangent now. One of the absolute best cover letters in the world I have ever seen was a bullet list. Absolutely. Like I cannot overemphasize how good that cover letter was, because it is just so purely targeted at the job advertisement, not job advertisement. It was for something else, but like it was so purely targeted um at the position that every single bullet point was like a nail in your heart, saying, "Look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me." It was amazing, best cover letter ever. No, I did not get tortured. Anyway, so completely off topic. What we're going to do now is, we're at 27 minutes, fellas. Come on. Let me do my conversation. You know what? Just for that, you can sponsor one more tomorrow. Just for that. Just for that. Yeah, that's right. Pay me. And then tomorrow we'll actually do the composition. If that's what you want, if what you want is for me to just not do it today so that we can just talk. Yeah, that's right, Chad. Make him pay me. That's right. That's right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll just sit here and wait. Hold up. Yeah, yeah. You guys sound like you need background music. Yeah, that's right. See the peer pressure? Oh, I should have moved this to the other side so it doesn't cover my head. Oh well. I love it. Okay, peer pressure worked. Okay, well, I guess that means that we're doing this tomorrow. Good job. In that case, let us transition back to whatever this is. And is that is that too loud? That's not too loud, right? It doesn't look like it. No, well, because I can't actually hear it. I can only see it on the decibel meters that the audio mixer. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I can pull that out. Interesting. Oh, okay. Anyway, yeah, it's essentially. Oh no, excuse me, excuse me. Oh, am I not? What? Okay, there we go. Yeah, yeah. Okay, I'm good. No, no, sorry, I was just messing around with my streaming software. Um, but yeah, like for a volume, I can only see the decibels that are essentially being pushed into the stream. So for example, I can see right now that the music is consistently hitting minus 40 decibels, and that my voice is hitting, what is that, minus 20, right? And so what that means is that consistently my voice is about 100 times. 100? Yeah, it's an order of magnitude. Every 10 decibels is an order of magnitude. So my voice is consistently about 100 times louder than the background music, which should make it, I think at least, I think it should make it fairly pleasant. Like, so all you lot would have to do on your end is to adjust the total volume so that you can hear my voice without it being screechy in your ear. And you know, when I said screechy, I don't know if any of you heard like that like little sigh right after, where, where I knew exactly what someone would say. For reference, those not in the Discord, which we actually do have one today. Welcome. Or two of you. Excuse me. Well, okay. What was I saying? That, yeah, I knew someone would say my voice is screechy all the time, and so anyway, we've hit our targeted time. It's been half an hour. We could, I mean, technically I could continue this basically forever, but you'd have to pay me for that. Absolutely. You pay me, I can, I'll no, seriously, first thing tomorrow, sponsor the composition so we can actually do some composition, and we'll go from there. Thank you very much for watching today. In conclusion, download Firefox, don't do Chrome. Chrome is terrible. Chrome is just ugh. And have a good evening, afternoon, and what time is it on the West Coast? It's almost lunch. Oh, have a good lunch. There we go. Good. Bye.